Good evening. It is time for today's Tax Talk. I'm your host. I'm attorney Stephen Leahy. It is Crypto Tuesday, March 21st, the year of our Lord 2023. We're going to talk a little bit about the court. Crypto goes to court. They're becoming just like every other industry. And they go to court. And that's what we're going to talk a little bit about today. Won't you join us? Well, yeah, that's what's happening. Again, crypto's becoming just like every other industry, and they go to court. We all see what's going on with the banks. We talked a little bit about that last week, about the banks. I read a story today about one of the crypto exchanges. Some of these banks that are going under wouldn't allow them to have an account because they were too risky. So they're all pretty risky. And that's why, I say that about the government keeps telling us, crypto exchanges are too risky. But our whole banking system seems to be risky. I don't know. That's what I think. So we're going to talk a little bit about these cases. Let's see if we go into it. We might as well go right into it, right? That's not what that goes in. There we go. This is the crypto markets. We always start with our favorite site, coinflip.tech, and look at the market for the last 24 hours. Look at that price, though. It's up at 28,000. So it took a big gain. Same thing with Ethereum, right? Seems to be gaining. I think we'll see what happens when they put out the next. When the Fed meets again, are they going to raise it a quarter? Are they going to raise it a half? You say the less they raise it, the better it is for crypto. I don't know if it's better for all of us. If, in fact, raising interest rates fights inflation, and which we should be doing, and then when they don't raise it, well, then we'll pay one way or another, right? Because there's no more berating tax than there is for inflation. Excuse me. Let me get some water here. I got a little scratch in my throat. Okay, so let's go to the story. Supreme Court takes up first cryptocurrency case. And I thought that was interesting. The Supreme Court will hear arguments in the first case surrounding cryptocurrencies Tuesday, raising the possibility of justices taking on more cases concerning digital assets in the future. Well, I think that's inevitable, right? Whether they're going to take up more cases, of course. The rise of cryptocurrency in tandem with recent bankruptcies and fraud in the industry is prompting legal questions about the speculative digital assets, though the arguments before the court Tuesday are actually procedural in nature and surround a pair of class action lawsuits around crypto ledger Coinbase. The question before the 9 justices is whether the lawsuit can move forward in court while the company is pushing for an appeal that would send the case to arbitration. Coinbase, one of the leading crypto exchanges, is attempting to handle the cases outside of court after lower courts denied a motion to compel arbitration. The company is fighting against the claims of a customer who argues Coinbase should compensate him for the $31,000 he lost after he provided a scammer remote access to his account. One of the cases the company wishes to send to arbitration, Suski versus Coinbase, surrounds a $1 million sweepstakes event Coinbase hosted in June 2021. Plaintiffs allege they were misled by advertising that suggested they needed to buy or sell 100 Dogecoins for a chance to win the sweepstakes when in actuality, users who didn't trade were entered into the competition. They always say, all these competitions or sweepstakes and stuff, they always say, no purchase necessary. And that's why they do that. Arbitration cases are common in retail businesses with large customer bases, and other disputes involving crypto ledgers are often handled outside of court. While the decision made in the case in this case will not have broad implications on the crypto industry and its legality, it could have major implications for how other companies in the same industry can resolve disputes, as crypto ledgers have been increasingly subject to class action lawsuits. Well, again, it goes with the territory. We've talked a little bit about this case, this Ripple case. So let's see if let's blow it up a little bit here. Well, last week I think we even touched on it, but XRP, which is the cryptocurrency at issue here with Ripple. So Ripple wasn't they didn't provide the Doge, the XRP coin. They just sold it, and that's the allegation is that they should have been registered security dealer. XRP jumps 20% with crypto world. Hopeful Ripple will beat SEC in landmark court cases. I personally hope that they do beat this case, because I don't believe that cryptocurrency is a security, no matter what the Gensler says, the head of the SEC. Ripple's prolonged battle with the Securities and Exchange Commission could wrap up soon, and fans of XRP are confident Ripple will be victorious, so much so that investors have pushed the price of the token up 21% over the past day to 45 cents, and it's gained 19% over the past week. The crux of the excitement comes from speculation that the end is near for a 2-year-long court battle over whether, as the SEC alleges, XRP is a security, and whether 2 Ripple executives violated the registration provisions of the Securities Act of 1933, which defined the Howey test for securities. Actually, the Securities Act didn't define Howey's test. A Supreme Court case, Howey, defined the Howey test. Ripple, which doesn't directly issue the token, has argued that XRP doesn't satisfy the Howey test that defines securities, and that cryptocurrency shouldn't be considered an investment contract. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse said in an interview with CNBC at the World Economic Forum in January that he hoped the conflict would be settled in the first half of this year. The outcome of the case could have major repercussions for the industry. Absolutely, it could. If Judge of the Southern District of New York decides in favor of regulators, it could mean that many of the cryptocurrencies also are securities. Actually, Gensler, the head of the SEC, has said only Bitcoin wouldn't be a security, and I think that's what that's the position the SEC would take if they win this case. The judge, and that would put an end to cryptocurrency as we know it in America, in my opinion. The judge could also send the issue to a jury trial or narrow the scope of what the trial will consider. Earlier this month, Ripple team members argued that the Supreme Court ruling added credence to their own case and filed court papers saying so. Notable figures in the crypto world, including CEO Ryan Selkis, have increasingly rallied to Ripple's side as a possible decision gets closer. I've been critical of Ripple in the past, various reasons, but more aligned with them than ever before. Ripple should win the overreaching SRP SEC case, and the XRP ledger could be afforded the opportunity to compete fairly on the digital payments infra globally. Demand is there. Okay. I'm not going to read all these tweets. I think sometimes they think tweets are news, and they are not, in my opinion. Now, I just want to touch on this case. This is not this is an IRS guidance that came out today, and about NFTs. And so it's a short one, so I wanted to read this because, of course, this is an IRS show mostly, except for Crypto Tuesday. But anytime crypto and IRS kind of match, I want to read the case. The Treasury Department and the Internal Revenue Service today announced that they are soliciting feedback for upcoming guidance regarding the tax treatment of non-fungible tokens as a collectible under the tax law. Today's guidance also requests comments on the treatment of NFTs as collectibles and describes how the IRS intends to determine whether an NFT is a collectible until the further guidance is issued. A non-fungible token is a unique digital identifier that is recorded using distributed ledger technology and may be used to certify authenticity and ownership of an associated right or asset. Distributed ledger technology, such as blockchain technology, uses independent digital systems to record, share, and synchronize transactions, the details of which are recorded simultaneously on multiple nodes in a network. A token is an entry of data encoded on a distributed ledger. A distributed ledger can be used to identify ownership of both any NFTs and fungible tokens, such as cryptocurrencies, as described in Revenue Rule 2019. Section 4808 408M2 of the tax code provides for a specific list of items that constitute collectibles for certain purposes. Acquisition of a collectible by an individual retirement account or individually directed account of a qualified plan is treated as a distribution from the account equal to the cost of the account of the collectible. Generally, collectibles also do have as advantageous capital gains tax treatment as other capital assets. Until additional guidance is issued, the IRS intends to determine when an NFT is treated as a collectible by using a look-through analysis. Under the look-through analysis, an NFT is treated as a collectible if the NFT's associated right or asset falls under the definition of collectible in the tax code. For example, a gem is a collectible under Section 408M. Therefore, an NFT that certifies ownership of a gem is a collectible. In Notice 2023-27, the Treasury Department and the IRS are requesting comments on any aspect of NFTs that might affect the treatment of an NFT as a collectible, as well as certain comments specifically set out in the notice. Okay, so I thought that was interesting. I wanted to go through that. So, okay, so that's where we are today. I want to thank you so much for joining us. It is the crypto courthouse. So today, and so thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to ask you to like and subscribe. We need your help, so please like and subscribe. Get this information out to others. We need your help to do that, so please do that. And also, if you are fighting the IRS, or if you have unfiled tax returns, or owe the IRS any money, and you don't know what to do, the first thing you should do is get a copy of my book, Deal with Your IRS Problems Today. Go to freeirsbook.com. That's freeirsbook.com. Get your free copy. I will pay for the shipping. Nope, I won't pay for the shipping. I will pay for the publishing if you pay for the shipping. The shipping's under $10. So, and I'll throw in a bunch of freebies there. You'll see them there at freeirsbook.com. So thanks so much for joining us here tonight. I appreciate it. We will be back tomorrow. In the meantime, God bless you, and we are now out.